Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. We have a beautiful morning. It's not raining in the UK, very good weather. And we've got before 8 a.m. in the morning traffic, and I'm currently going to Enterprise. Reason why I'm going to Enterprise, I wasn't able to find out anyone this particular day, this particular time who will be capable to go with me south. So my evil plan is to go to Enterprise. I will rent a Renault Kuga. I'll be driving down to Cornwall. I will return the vehicle over there and I'll be picking another car up. So meanwhile the all-road will stay at Enterprise. Hopefully it will be undamaged, unscaled. And I'm really hoping the vehicle what I'm picking up today will be able to actually get back to Dudley. So that's the plan. That will be the video. And stay tuned because it will be interesting. So we are at Enterprise. Thank you for the car. I'm giving it Toyota. I don't know what's the deal. Like, they're not giving the full tank back. So I have like a quarter of a tank. That's what I return it with. But yeah, so I have no idea what Toyota is it, but I'll do the job for today. In manual, in diesel. So let's hit the road, guys. I'm really hoping there will be not too much traffic. And we finally arrived. So 52 mpg, long time no see, over 180 miles I believe. So it was a bit of a trip. We have to wait for the gentleman from the dealership to pick us up. Meanwhile, we will return this to Enterprise. Thank you very much. Cheapest Uber ever. And we will move on. Believe me or not, this is the second time I'm leaving. So let's start like why I actually bought an R8. So I was actually looking at Marketplace, or Marketplace was looking at me, something like that. And I did found an R8 V8, same as this one, in manual, same as this one for sale for £25,000. However, that car was already like well known by RE Performance, failed the MOT, all the panels were not lining up. So literally that car was a mega, like literally a piece of shit. So I was like, for 25k on the end of the day for an R8 still, it's like questionable. And then what happened, Marketplace, if you're gonna look for one car, will give you another car. So there was another R8 in black, in manual V8 as well, with higher miles, like 70 something, but it was for 30, fully usable, drivable, all good. So I was looking at it like, surely something must be wrong with this car because it looks fairly cheap. And it wasn't. It was fully functional car. It was a private sale, but yeah, for 30k. Then I start my hunt to like search for these R8s and looking and who got what for sale and for how much. And there was one locally near Dudley for sale. The guy was saying it did 60,000 miles, but when I was looking at the gear knob, that gear knob was like screaming, this is not 60,000 miles. So that car wasn't really good. I also didn't want to have a convertible, because why would I have a convertible in the UK when in the UK probably 344 days in the year is raining and the weather is shit. So I was looking for a coupe because I do like the shape. The convertible to me is more like, with the roof on, it looks like a tent, but that's just my feeling. So, and I do like the coupe, like you have the glass, you can see the window, you can see the engine and everything, so it looks sort of cool. However, I ended up going very, very far away. Look at this car. 2 weeks ago, actually. And before I came down, I make some phone calls, like, you know, what's up with the car, this and that. So I was given some information. one of the information unfortunately was false. I was told the clutch was done on the car, but the whole thing is, I show up, on the end of the day the seller told me, actually the clutch wasn't done on this one, it was on the convertible. I was like, yeah, whatever, it's a clutch, like, who cares? So we went for a test drive. Love the car. It behaves alright, drives fine. The spec is like social package a bit, but I do like the fact it's white with the carbon trim on the side, and obviously the mileage is on 55k at the moment. However, the only problem is this car had, I'm actually the 12th owner, I believe, so there was loads of owners, and this is a car when people think they can afford it, and sometimes they can't afford it. So there were loads of people who have the car for a very short period of time, and obviously they just couldn't make the payments, I believe. However, when I was putting it on the R8 group on Facebook, the R8 group is actually very helpful. Hello everyone. It was a car who... Oh fuck. Fuck. I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry. Tag only. I don't have a fucking tag, man.
To hold it back.
Not with the slipping clutch. Take care. So I put the car on Facebook to the R8 owner group, and I must say the group was like really helpful, very friendly. So definitely if you need something, I will go there and ask. However, I put a picture of the car in the showroom, and there were loads of people saying like, hold on, that car is for sale for quite some time, which I don't really care. The market with these cars is a bit like messed up, because I bought the car on the finance, I didn't put my money onto it. That's the first thing. So give the finance on a car like this is a problem. It's too old, and I mean the mileage is fine, but no finance company will give you literally a finance on the car, which is from a 2009. So that was all sorted afterwards. But the whole thing is, these cars, they don't sell, because if you have to spend that much money what I spend, you're probably going to be looking for a V10. The reason why I didn't want to have a V10 is it was more money, which I don't have, and second of all the V10s, most of them were in automatic gearbox. So we did have those in the garage, and I must say, I mean the gearbox, how it shifts is not a problem, but if you're gonna have a problem, you're gonna have a big problem with those gearboxes. So that's basically a manual gearbox with mechatronic on, like a robot shifting for you. So it's like a single clutch gearbox really. So the manual one, I went for a manual one for this reason. Obviously it's probably cheaper to maintain a bit, and of course the clutch still is stupid money, which we get in a second into that topic. But yeah, I mean the previous owner of this vehicle sent me a message, and he was saying he owned the car for 5 years, he still got all the service history and everything, so I have to get in touch with him, go to Manchester and pick up whatever you've got. So that was very helpful. And yeah, I mean in general I'm happy with the car, until we get to the point now why I'm leaving the showroom for the second time. Reason why I'm leaving the showroom for the second time is very simple. I was on this road probably 2 hours ago, and I was behind the lorry recording what I'm recording now, and when I stopped recording I put my foot down and the clutch slipped, unfortunately. So I'm currently owning an R8 with a slipping clutch. So the good thing is, I rang up the guys at the showroom, they have a workshop there as well, so their mechanic came out, he confirmed the clutch release slips, and they already did 2, and this is the 3rd one, another one coming in, and this and that. So my problem is, I'm not saying I don't want to come down south in the UK, but it's very far away from me. So instead of leave the car with them, which I think they'll sort out because they did few, I'm not worried about that. For me, it's the pain to travel. So luckily we agreed that they will pay for the parts. I'll fit the clutch myself. unless we're gonna have a bit of a content, but this is just my luck. I was looking for a very good R8 and I ended up with a car doing 35-40 miles down the road and the clutch is slipping. Like, really, you can't make this shit up. But yeah, also bear in mind, it's a 2009, clutch is something which can go anytime in these cars, and obviously there's much more what can go wrong. I'm sort of living with that risk, but if you want to buy, this is actually a supercar, a mid-engine car. If you want to buy a car like this, you always got to think of the things which can happen, and anything will happen to an R8. It doesn't matter if it's a V8, V10, whatever, it will be expensive. So currently, the clutch kit with the release bearing and the slave cylinder is probably about 2,600 plus a bit labor. So basically, if they'll have to fix it, I believe they'll lose 4 grand straight away on the car, and I don't think they're actually gonna make any money on the sale, because the guy who sold the car, I know how much he sold it for on the auction, and I know how much they bought it for, and I know what they did to the car. So I think on the end of the day, that dealership is not making any money on the car. And that's the reality, guys. Like, it's an old car, it's a cool car, don't take me wrong. I'm a mechanic, I can do shit myself, which is good. But if you're a normal human being and you're owning an R8, you have to go to someone, your wallet gonna be wide open left to right, like really wide. So yeah, I mean, I'm currently like 3 hours away. I'm really hoping I'm gonna make it. I want to put the car on the ramp, even though I inspected it 2 weeks ago. I know there's a misty shock absorber, I know there's a leak from the gearbox and a few things here and there what needs to be sorted out, and especially I want to make it clean. So I'll be stripping the car down, like bumpers, trims and everything. I want to clean them, I want to put a PPF on it, I want to replace all the rusty bolts and just make the car to a condition that it's in 100% mechanical condition, and basically enjoy it on the weekends and stuff. So that's my plan. It might change very soon because I'm very far away from home and I'm really hoping I will not break down. So today's plan is get to workshop. If something gonna happen, I get back to you. So I'm still on the road. The car is drivable, which is good. However, if you're gonna put your foot down, way! Clutch is slipping. Yeah, I mean, the car is good, can't complain. The only thing what I don't like about the R8 actually is how the dashboard is like under the angle with the sat nav. So when you have like the sun coming from one direction, it's actually reflecting back, so you can't really see what's going on. I mean, other than that, the car's good, can't really complain. Engine is running, clutch is slipping, so all good. Game over. And that's all, folks. So you can't make these things up. Literally, you can't make these things up. Like, I'm so lucky with these sort of cars. Every single time I'm buying a car, I bet if I'll buy a brand new car, a Connor will come out in a week or something like that. Absolutely mental. So yeah, I mean, no hard feelings. Luckily, it's from a dealership, so there's a warranty. So I mean, that's all right. But imagine this would happen as a private sale. That would be really bad. So I don't know, privately these sort of cars can go for 32, 33, and if I need to do the clutch, and probably at the moment the front differential exploded, I'll be already down before I actually get home by 6 grand. And that's like, if I'll do it myself, if you have to go to a garage, you already bought another R8 basically. So yeah, if he will be with me in the car right now, he will smell loads of axle oil. So I think it's the front diff, but I don't know. So yeah, I have to call the recovery, wait for the recovery, and it's after 6 o'clock, so tomorrow I have to contact the guys who sold me the car again. So, oh man, they didn't make any money on this car. Literally completely lost everything, because yeah, it's a sad situation. But the engine is still running, which is good. That's all right. So yeah, but I can't move. So stay tuned. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yep. 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 Front differential died again. Looks like it was refurbished, but it died.